All right, listen up, y'all.
Greetings, everybody. This is DrAbdullah with another episode of All Things Education Official, giving you news from a foundational Black American male's perspective, particularly regarding education. Today, we're going to talk about how students are going to be suing Arkansas over the limiting of Black American studies.
The state of Arkansas responding today to a lawsuit that aims to block the state's education reform efforts. The federal lawsuit claims Section 16 of the LEARNS Act is unconstitutional because it infringes on First Amendment rights. That section deals with banning what it calls the indoctrination of students by teaching the AP African American Studies course. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders said the course teaches kids, quote, to hate America and each other. And Arkansas Education Secretary agrees.
To know that we're going to improve learning all the way from birth and pre-K to what we're doing in K-12 and post-secondary beyond is exciting. And anybody that wants to stand in the way of progress is fighting for failure, and we're not going to let them slow us down.
But parents who are suing say it's unfair for one AP course to be singled out and not the others.
All right. According to the NPR.org interview, a group of students at Little Rock Central High School in Arkansas are suing the state over the cancellation of AP African American Studies courses. 70 years since the Brown versus Board of Education Supreme Court ruling, a group of teachers and students in Arkansas are suing the state over a law that was used to restrict an advanced placement African American Studies course. They say the law is vague and it creates a chilling effect because it tries to limit how race is talked about in classrooms. The Department of Education used a new state law to remove the AP African American Studies course from its official AP offerings. The law prohibits the, quote, indoctrination with ideologies. No material or teacher can encourage discrimination or teach that one race is better than the other. The law also prohibits critical race theory without defining the term. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says Arkansas needed the law, which is similar to others passed in some Republican legislatures. Sadie Bell Reynolds, a white student, states and asks, we already know slavery was a big part of America and some of these African American points of view, but it's just like, why not dive deeper into it? Why do I have to go on TikTok or Instagram or on Google to learn more about this stuff? Arkansas has a documented anti-Black racism, most notably in the Little Rock 9 case. If you don't remember, according to nmaahc.sa.edu, which is a National Museum of African American History and Culture, 52 years ago today on September 25th, 1957, following a plea from Little Rock's Mayor Woodrow Mann, President Dwight Eisenhower federalized the National Guard and sent U.S. Army troops to the scene. Personally guarded by soldiers from the National Guard and the Army's 101st Airborne, the Little Rock Nine began regular class attendance in Central High School. We are repeating the past. It is evident that what we're experiencing is not new. It's not going to change. When are we going to stop saying that they're not all bad? It's just some of them. It's been proven over history that collectively the white supremacists will do what they do best, which is to try to reign, dominate, and subjugate over the Black population, particularly in America. I had a conversation with my mother, which is so interesting. My mother is a baby boomer generation. And I was telling her, I said, the problem I see with your generation and some of mine is that we're still trying to find that needle in the haystack. We're saying they're not all bad. And I would say that that's absolutely true. Not all people of the dominant society are bad, but collectively, as a group, they have never shown us the respect or given us just the freedom to be free. Just allowed us to exist without any level of pushback, without any level of hurdle being placed in front of us by their community, because they truly, in my personal opinion, truly fear our greatness, and they truly do not want us to rise to the levels at which we could. We showed it during Reconstruction. We showed it during Jim Crow. We showed it during segregation. We showed it during redlining. And that is with systems put in place to prevent us from being successful. We still rose to the occasion. Can you imagine what would happen if we had no restrictions? If we were to allow to be existing unabated, they could not handle that because they would not benefit. The system of white supremacy, which is a welfare system for the dominant society, would be crippled. And teaching these courses, AP African American Studies, would make people challenge the system. That is what CRT is. It challenges individuals thinking about whether or not the system was built upon racism and whether or not we need to officially and truly change that system. If you have more people on board to say maybe we need to reconsider it, the dominant society would no longer benefit off of the backs of the foundational Black American. Once again, this is Dr. Abdullah with another episode of All Things Education Official. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share. What do you think about the students suing Arkansas over that AP African American electives course? Let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments. Also, if you have any commentary, you have any ideas, any thoughts, any topics that you think need to be discussed, please feel free to email me at DrAbdullah at All Things Education Official. Once again, that's All Things Education Official, Dr. Abdullah. Now, once again, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Rumble. You are dismissed.
Yeah! You are all expurgated. You are dismissed.